In the span of just 4 months, I've had over 554 life insurance agents apply to join my agency. And the craziest thing is, I've never sent a cold DM to anybody to join my agency. I've never called a list of licensed agents. I've never tried to recruit my friends or family members into the business, and I've definitely never pressured anybody to try and come work for me. In fact, most of the agents who applied were trying to convince me why I should hire them. And I did this using a simple yet highly effective recruiting funnel that I have only seen 2 agency owners ever master. And in this video, I'm going to be revealing it to you. Alrighty guys, so let me walk you through how this funnel works and how you can replicate it for yourself so that you can start building your own agency on my whiteboard here. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive right in. So fundamentally, at the core of everything when it comes to recruiting is a recruitment funnel is basically just the same thing as a sales funnel, except instead of selling insurance, you are offering an opportunity for, working for your agency essentially, right? But at the core of all of that, it all comes down to the offer, okay? It comes down, if I can spell offer right, it comes down to the offer, okay? And so the offer that I was advertising, I'm no longer doing this, but I used to have a free lead program, okay? So free leads. Now, I'm going to go through some more of the things that we were offering, but first and foremost, you guys need to understand your offer is the most important part of your entire recruiting pitch. Think about the last time that you went and got a job somewhere, right? Look at companies like Google or Facebook or Apple. The offer is what they use to attract top talent, and it's the exact same thing for you. So, for example, Google, one of the things that they offer is I think they have like a slide in their corporate office, right? They have this like fun environment that people can come to. When you go join Google, you get like a set amount of money for like a cafeteria that you get like this healthy and this delicious food that you can eat every single day at work for free. There's another company I know of called WAP. It's like a competitor for school, and they give all of their employees an $800 Uber Eats gift card per month that they can use to get food, so that they can just work at the office, right? Now, there's other things that, different companies offer. I'm not going to go into all of the different, ways that people kind of bribe employees to work for them. But fundamentally, the reason that these billion and even trillion-dollar companies do that is because they understand that in order to get top talent and in order to get people applying to work for them, they need to have a killer offer, okay? Now, again, it's not like we're recruiting top-level software engineers and we need to offer them $500K a year packages with a slide in our office. That's not what I'm saying. But again, my point stands. The offer is fundamentally the most important thing, and these billion and trillion-dollar companies understand that, so you should too. So my offer was free leads. The other thing that I offered as well is, and this is still true, our goal is to build a $100 million IMO, 9-figure IMO, 100 million plus, and eventually exit that, right? So I want people that are, driven to build something long-term and kind of like build a company that, they could eventually get equity in. So one of the things that I offered was equity opportunities, right? So people could actually build their own equity in this company when we sell it. All right, so real quick, I need to interrupt the video because if you're a life insurance agent, chances are you're doing one of 3 things. You're either buying aged leads, you're buying leads from your IMO, or you're buying leads from a lead vendor. And chances are you are way overpaying for those leads. And not to mention, the leads never even pick up the phone. Well, if that sounds familiar, then give me the next 15 seconds and I'm going to show you something that's going to completely change everything. We just launched Insurance Agent Freedom School, which is an entire training platform and program that will show you how to fire your lead vendor and cut your lead costs to 1/10 of the prices that you're paying right now. This is a program that I used to sell for over $2,000, but right now you can get access for just $99 a month and try for free for 7 days. Inside, you'll learn everything that you need to know to fire your lead vendor and cut your lead costs so you can start generating way more profits in your business. Not only that, but whenever you join, I'm also going to give you access to a dialing software that has allowed us to see answer rates as high as 20%. So if you make 100 dials, that means 20 people are answering. So I'm going to include a link down below this video to get access to a free trial. All you need to do is click the link down below and start your free trial to fire your lead vendor, generate more profits, boost your answer rates, and start making more money in your insurance business. Now, back to the video. equity opportunities. The other thing was leadership opportunities. So the cool thing is, regardless of what size your agency is, you can just lean into the pros or the cons of that. So if you're very small, you're going to have a tight-knit community. You're going to get a lot of attention, right? A lot of training and attention. And you're going to get in on the ground floor, which means you have more opportunities for growth. So that was one thing I leaned into, right? So there was like 3 people at the agency to start off with, where you're going to get you're going to get a ton of attention and a ton of value in training, but you're also going to have opportunities to grow within the company. You're not just a number. It's like 4 of us, so you're going to get a lot of attention and you're going to have a lot of opportunity. So on the contrary, if I'm a big agency, well, I'm going to lead into, we're extremely established. We've had tons of people come in and tons of agents that are making a lot of money. You can leverage the name of the agency because we have so much credibility, right? So whatever size you're at, or whatever pros or cons your agency has, you just need to lean into those. So even if you're small, even if you're big, there's pros and cons to each, and you just need to, kind of add those into your offer, right? So leadership opportunities. The other thing was training. So we have this whole comprehensive training program that we put together, but also, anyone that joined our agency, they were going to get training directly from a $40K per month producer, right? Which was Julian, my business partner at the time when we did the free lead program. He was selling about $40,000 a month over the phone. And so anyone that we recruit, they were going to get trained by him specifically one-on-one. So fundamentally, sure, this offer, is it perfect? Could it be better? For sure, it could be better. No, it's not perfect, but it's very strong, especially compared to what other people do. I see a lot of people out there that will recruit solely based off of comp. They just try to say, hey, we have the highest comp, or hey, we do this, or hey, do we do that? Or a lot of people will just send a DM and just say, hey, we have a job opportunity, right? There's no offer. There's nothing that differentiates it and makes it sexy and cool and attractive. Another thing that honestly is pretty strong, and when it comes to the offer, is like the culture of your company. So if you are an agency that has like a really tight-knit community and you guys go on trips and retreats and stuff together, like that's something that you should be showing and putting out there to attract people, right? So enough about the offer, even though it is, again, one of the most important things. Well, once you have the offer, now you need to do something called driving traffic. Simply put, it just means you need to get eyeballs on your offer, okay? So you can have the best offer in the world, but if nobody knows about it, these are eyes, okay? These are eyes, all right? They're eyes. You have to get eyeballs on your offer. So again, if you could have the best offer in the world, but if no one knows about it, it simply doesn't matter. So you have to drive traffic. You have to get eyeballs on it. And so the way that we did this, when we first initially launched our free lead program, we did something called a webinar, okay? So what we did is we sent out an email to our list, letting them know that we were going to do this live webinar. And so essentially what this was kind of like an agency explainer video. If I can spell webinar, beautiful. It was an agency explainer video live webinar kind of thing. And so what we did is we had about 40 or 50 people actually show up to this live. And from that, with the replay and everything else, I also had about 40 or 50 people apply to join the agency, okay? So I had about 40 or 50 live viewers, and then I sent it out on an email to our list multiple times, so more and more people watched it. You guys can actually go, and this video is still on our YouTube channel. You could go watch the live webinar we did about the recruiting people to the agency, and I think by now it has like almost 2,000 views. It has a lot of views. So we got all these people to watch this kind of explainer and get eyeballs on our offer. Now, what happens next is people are going to go through an application funnel. So they go in, they watch the webinar, and then we had them apply. So this is very important, and I feel like a lot of people in the industry don't really do this. And the reason they don't is because they're just so desperate to get recruits. They're just so desperate to get people to work for them that they don't really care about the quality of the people that come. Now, for me, this is very important, especially if you're doing a free lead program, which at the time we were, because we'd be investing money into the individual agents that come on. but you should still make them apply and you should still make them go through an interview process. So we would have them apply. We'd ask them for like their social media profile. We'd have them submit information about, why they'd be a good fit, why they're interested in our agency, their previous sales experience. I could do a whole video breaking that down if you guys want. And then basically when they applied, I had an automation where if I graded their application as this person is worthy of an interview, it would send them a link to book an interview. If I said, no, this person is not ready yet, it would just say, hey, fortunately, we're not a good fit right now. Here you can go watch our free content. We have a ton of free stuff on YouTube to help you get to a point where you are a good fit, right? So apply, yes/no. And then obviously if they were a yes, I would send them a link to book an interview with me. All right. And so by doing this, I was able to speak to about 3 to 4 agents every single day on an interview. And I would offer about half of the agents that I interviewed with, sometimes less depending on the quality of people that were coming through that week. But I was able to have consistent flow of interviews of people wanting to speak with us about joining our agency. And then it was up to me to decide, do I want this person or do I not, right? Now, eventually we kind of ran out of people on our list, email list. The advantage I have, I will say this, is we have this YouTube channel, right? So obviously you're watching this on YouTube. We have the YouTube channel. We also have an email list. So whenever I launched this free lead program, I could just kind of blast it out. So that helped a lot. Now, you don't have to have a YouTube channel in order to build a successful agency, obviously, but it 100% helps. However, if you don't have a YouTube, you can also do what I'm about to show you next, which is we started to run ads. So again, fundamentally, you need to have a strong offer, and then you need to get eyeballs on your offer, and those eyeballs are going to turn into applications. So another way that you can get people knowing about what your offer is with ads, okay? So we ran recruiting ads. Now, there's not too many people that I've seen do this successfully, but essentially what we did is we did ads explaining what our offer was, and then those ads would go to a video explainer. Okay. They would go to a video explainer, and then that video explainer would then go to the application. And that was essentially the entire process. Ad to a video explaining what our agency does, and then this goes to the application page, right? And through a combo of YouTube, email, and ads, we were able to have over 500 people apply for this agency in under 4 months. And when I say ads, I mean we weren't spending any more than $30 a day. It's like it was a very, very, very low budget, but we had people consistently coming in and applying to work with us. With these recruits and with this influx, we were able to very quickly scale a life insurance agency to a point where we were doing $100,000 a month with this free lead program. But the recruiting was just one piece of the puzzle. There were actually 3 other things that were critical when it came to us scaling up this quickly. The first one is we had to have a consistent and quality lead source for these agents to work. If you recruit people to a broken model, you're just going to have a bunch of broke people working a broken model, which is not something you want by any means, because you're going to recruit all these people and then they're going to leave. So we needed to have a consistent quality lead source, and that was step number 1. The second thing we needed to have was an automated selling system so that when these agents came in, we could plug them into a system that was already proven to work and say, hey, go work the leads this way. You're going to have these automations. You're going to work them. You're going to call them using this. We had everything kind of plugged in so they could we had everything already set up so that they could just plug in and start working. Okay. And the third piece is we had a systemized sales process, which is basically a script with objection overcomes linked throughout. Right? So all we had to do whenever we brought on a new agent is say, hey, here are the leads, right? Here's how you work the leads, and here's what you say. And so we had a whole script where all they have to do is read line by line. If they get an objection, they just click on the objection and it pops up. And I'll show you guys what this looks like. I'll just have it flash on the screen right here what the objection overcome sheet and the script look like. But we were very easily able to just churn agents into the system, put them through our training, and they knew how to sell. right? So if you are looking to scale out a personal production and start building an agency of your own, those are the three things that you need before you start recruiting. Now, we help agents get consistent quality lead sources. You can use the exact same automated selling system that we created, and you can even license and use our systemized sales process to train other agents so you can build your own agency. And if you want to learn more about how that works and how we can help you do the exact same thing that we did, then simply click the link down below, and I look forward to speaking with you. Take care.